You don't need to wait for luck. You don't need to wait for money. And you don't need to wait for the perfect time. All you need is 1 hour a day. Just 1 hour invested wisely can completely transform your life. The problem is not that people don't have enough time. The problem is that people don't know how to use their time well. We all have 24 hours, rich or poor, young or old, educated or uneducated. But the difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not talent, not family background, not even education. The difference is how they use just one focused hour each day. Time is the most democratic resource in the world. No matter who you are, whether you're the richest man or the poorest, whether you live in a developed nation or a forgotten village, you receive 24 hours every single day. It is the only gift life gives equally to everyone, yet it is the most undervalued. Many people complain that they don't have enough time, but the truth is, the problem has never been time. It is priorities. It is how time is spent. Look closely and you'll realize the people who succeed don't have more hours, more opportunities, or better luck. They simply make better decisions about their hours. What separates destinies is not the number of hours we are given, but how we use them, especially that one focused hour each day. Think about this. 1 hour seems so small compared to 24. Many people think that unless they dedicate their whole day to something, they can't make progress. But that is a lie people tell themselves to justify procrastination. The truth is, consistency with 1 hour a day is far more powerful than a burst of effort once in a while. If you spend 1 hour every day learning a new language, you may not feel progress in a week, but after 1 year, you'll speak and understand things that once seemed impossible. If you dedicate just 1 hour a day to improving your health, the change may be small at first, but after a few months, your energy, your body, your confidence will become unrecognizable. That single hour becomes a weapon, a small investment that compounds into massive change. People complain about unfairness in life. They say others have better backgrounds, better opportunities, better connections. But life has given us a perfect equalizer: time. Someone born rich can waste their hours and go nowhere, while someone who starts with nothing but invests 1 hour daily in growth can build a future others never believed possible. Time does not discriminate. It does not judge. It does not favor anyone. Everyone starts with the same 24 hours, and how you treat your hours decides whether your future is built on success or regret. But here's the danger. 1 hour is easy to lose. An hour wasted scrolling. An hour lost to gossip. An hour thrown away complaining. It doesn't seem like much in one day, but over a year, that's more than 360 hours burned. Gone forever. That time could have built your skills. It could have built your business. It could have changed your life. Meanwhile, someone else used their hour and built momentum, thousands of hours over the years. Not by luck, not by magic, by discipline. And something powerful happens when you start respecting time. You stop blaming luck, background, or destiny. You realize that progress is available every single day, if only you choose to take it. People think they need big blocks of time to chase their dreams. That's a lie. Greatness is built in small daily steps. 1 hour a day is enough to write a book in a year, enough to start a business, enough to master a new skill, enough to change your mindset, enough to change your life. Time is fair, but how you treat it determines whether it becomes your ally or your enemy. When you commit to one focused hour every day, you begin to feel something powerful: control. For the first time, you're not drifting. You're building. You're moving. You're growing. That 1 hour becomes your anchor, your tool, your quiet revenge against doubt, fear, and mediocrity. And the most beautiful thing is, it doesn't matter where you start, because time, the greatest resource of all, was given to you just as much as it was given to everyone else. Every outcome in life is a result of a chain of small decisions. People believe success is one big breakthrough, one lucky moment, one dramatic turning point. But they are wrong. Success is not built in a moment. It is built by 1 hour at a time. Consistency over time is what changes everything. The choice to wake up early instead of staying in bed a little longer. The choice to read a few pages instead of scrolling endlessly through a phone. The choice to practice instead of making excuses. These daily decisions are invisible in the moment, but over months and years, they shape a future that looks completely different from where you started. It is easy to underestimate small choices because they feel so insignificant. Eating one unhealthy meal doesn't make you overweight. Skipping one day of practice doesn't make you untalented. Wasting 1 hour on distractions doesn't make you a failure. The danger lies in the repetition. One poor choice, repeated daily, grows into a destructive habit. On the other hand, one positive choice, repeated daily, grows into strength, confidence, and results that are impossible to ignore. The decisions you make in the smallest moments of the day, how to spend your free hour, how to respond to difficulty, whether to act or delay, are the real architects of your destiny. Consider two people who both have the same dream. One decides to spend 1 hour a day working toward it, while the other tells themselves they will start when the time is right. In the beginning, there is no visible difference. After 1 week, they look the same. After 1 month, maybe still no major difference. But after 1 year, the first person has invested over 360 hours into progress, while the second person has only made excuses. After 5 years, the gap between them is no longer small. It is enormous. What started as one tiny decision repeated every day created two completely different lives. The truth is, you cannot control everything in life, but you can control your daily decisions. And those decisions are more powerful than circumstances. Someone may be born in a difficult situation, but if they consistently decide to use their 1 hour to learn, grow, and build, they can rise above their conditions. Someone may be born into wealth and comfort, but if they consistently choose distraction, laziness, and wasted hours, they can lose every advantage they were given. Life rewards the accumulation of good choices, not the illusion of good luck. Another important point is that small daily decisions create identity. When you decide each day to act in alignment with growth, you start to see yourself differently. You are no longer the person who says, "I will do it one day." You become the person who acts every day. That shift in identity builds confidence. Confidence is not born from talent. It is born from proving to yourself day after day that you can keep promises to yourself. Every hour you dedicate to improvement reinforces a belief that you are capable of more. Over time, that belief becomes unstoppable momentum. There's also a compounding effect hidden in small daily choices. Just like money grows with compound interest, habits grow with compound time. Reading 10 pages today doesn't feel like much, but after 1 year, you have read several books that expanded your thinking. Practicing a skill for 1 hour today doesn't feel like mastery, but after years of practice, people will call you talented, when in reality, you were simply consistent. Exercising daily for a short period doesn't transform your body overnight, but after months, people will ask what your secret is. The secret is not dramatic effort. The secret is small daily decisions compounded into greatness. It is tempting to wait for motivation or inspiration to strike before making the right choices. But successful people do not wait for feelings. They make decisions based on discipline. They understand that feelings come and go, but daily choices build habits, and habits build a future. If you rely on motivation, you will act only when you feel like it. But if you rely on daily decisions, you will act even when it is difficult. And that consistency is what changes everything. When you look back at your life in 5 or 10 years, you will not remember every small choice, but you will see the results they created. The body you have, the knowledge you possess, the relationships you build, and the opportunities you attract are all reflections of daily decisions that look small at the time. The question is not whether you are making decisions today. The question is whether those decisions are leading you closer to your dream or further away from it. People admire talent because it looks effortless, as if success comes naturally to those who are born gifted. But talent alone has never been enough to guarantee achievement. What really matters is not how much talent you start with, but how consistent you are in using your time and effort. Consistency has a quiet power that outlasts brilliance. Someone may be naturally intelligent, quick to learn, or physically gifted, but if they do not practice regularly, if they do not dedicate themselves daily, that natural advantage fades. On the other hand, a person with ordinary ability who commits to one focused hour every day becomes unstoppable over time. Consistency beats talent because it compounds. It builds momentum, and a consistency turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Think about learning a skill, such as playing a musical instrument. A talented person may pick up the basics quickly, but if they only practice occasionally, they never progress beyond the surface level. Another person with less natural ability might struggle at first, but if they commit 1 hour every day to practice, their skill deepens, their confidence grows, and eventually, they surpass the one who relied only on talent. This pattern repeats in every area of life: business, health, relationships, education. It is not the smartest or the strongest who succeed, but the most consistent. Consistency builds discipline, and discipline builds trust in yourself. When you show up every day, even for just 1 hour, you prove to yourself that you are serious about your future. That daily proof becomes a foundation of confidence that no one can take away from you. Many people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they never develop the discipline to keep going. They start strong when they're excited, but as soon as things become difficult, boring, or slow, they stop. But those who understand the power of consistency don't stop when it gets hard, because they know every hour invested adds to their strength. Over time, they achieve results that look like talent, but in reality, it is discipline disguised as natural ability. There's also a compounding effect that consistency unlocks. 1 hour of focused work may feel small on its own, but repeated daily, it becomes exponential. The knowledge you gain from 1 hour of reading today might seem insignificant, but as days accumulate, you build a mental library that transforms how you think. The practice you give to a skill each day might feel slow at first, but as weeks turn into months, you develop mastery. Consistency is like pushing a heavy flywheel. In the beginning, it barely moves. But if you keep applying steady pressure day after day, the wheel begins to pick up speed. Eventually, it reaches a point where it spins with unstoppable momentum. Talent may give that will its first push, but only consistency keeps it moving until success becomes inevitable. Another reason consistency is more powerful than talent is because life is unpredictable. Highly talented people who do not practice consistency rely too heavily on their natural ability, and when real challenges appear, they crumble. They were never forced to build resilience, but consistency trains resilience. When you show up every day, even when you feel tired, unmotivated, or discouraged, you become mentally tough. You learn how to endure frustration. You learn how to focus when distractions call. You learn how to keep moving forward when most people would quit. In the long run, resilience beats talent. Consistency also creates habits, and habits shape your destiny far more than talent ever could. When something becomes a habit, it no longer requires willpower. You simply do it. Nobody argues with themselves about brushing their teeth daily. It has become automatic. In the same way, when you practice 1 hour a day, eventually it becomes a natural part of your routine. Just something you do. That habit creates progress even on days when you don't feel like trying. A talented person without discipline will waste their potential. But a consistent person with strong habits will keep improving without even noticing how far they've come. The world praises talent because talent is visible, shiny, and exciting. But the world is built by consistent people. Companies are not created in a week. Great books are not written in a day. Strong bodies are not built in a month. Unshakable legacies are not formed overnight. They are all built hour by hour, day after day, through relentless consistency. The person who spends just 1 hour each day building their dream will eventually achieve what others call impossible. They didn't wait for motivation. They didn't wait for luck. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They trusted the power of showing up again and again. Many people believe that success starts with opportunity, but that is wrong. Success starts with preparation. People say they are waiting for their big break, but opportunities do not seek the unprepared. Opportunity arrives only for those who have already been quietly preparing long before anyone sees them. 1 hour of daily effort may not look dramatic, but it builds readiness. And readiness is what makes you unstoppable when your moment finally comes. Luck is nothing more than preparation meeting opportunity. Without preparation, even the biggest opportunity is useless. People lose life-changing chances not because they were unlucky, but because they were unprepared. Imagine two people with the same dream. One spends an hour every day learning, practicing, improving, while the other waits for the right moment to begin. One is in motion. The other is frozen by hesitation. When opportunity finally arrives, a job opening, a partnership, a chance to perform, the one who has been preparing acts immediately. Meanwhile, the one who waited is left behind saying, "If only I had more time, I would have been ready." But opportunity does not wait. It rewards readiness, not wishes. The 1-hour habit is more than progress. It builds a foundation strong enough to carry the weight of success when it arrives. Preparation creates confidence, and confidence attracts opportunity. When you dedicate at least one focused hour every day to developing your skills, expanding your knowledge, or strengthening your health, you begin to walk into the world differently. Something in your presence changes. People notice, even before you speak. They can sense your growth, your clarity, and your quiet confidence. They see that you know what you're doing, that you carry yourself with discipline, that you have something valuable to offer. That presence creates trust, and trust matters. People are far more likely to open doors for someone who is consistent and reliable than for someone who only talks about their dreams but never shows evidence of action. In life and in business, reliability is currency, and nothing proves reliability more powerfully than daily discipline. Not talent, not potential, not good intentions, discipline. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing they must first get a big opportunity before they start preparing or improving themselves. They say, "When I get the chance, then I'll get serious. When I have more time, I'll start working on my goals. When life settles down, I'll begin." But the truth is, that chance will never come for people who think that way, because opportunity does not come to the unprepared. Preparation is the magnet that pulls opportunity closer. You don't get ready when opportunity arrives. You get ready long before it does. That's why 1 hour each day matters so much. It may feel small, but small steps lead to massive transformation when repeated daily. Each hour sharpens your skills. Each hour expands your knowledge. Each hour builds your ability to act quickly and decisively. While others are shocked when opportunity appears, you will be ready. You will not hesitate. You will seize it with both hands. There's also a deeper benefit to daily preparation. It sharpens your perception. The person who wastes their hours often fails to notice opportunity, even when it stands right in front of them. They look at a challenge and say, "That's too difficult. That's impossible." But the person who has been preparing daily sees the same situation and says, "This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is my moment." The same event can look like a closed door to one person and an open path to another. The difference is preparation. Consider world-class athletes. They train for years, often in total silence and obscurity. Nobody is applauding. Nobody is watching. But every day they show up, day after day, hour after hour. The preparation continues. Why? Because they know something most people don't understand. Victories are not won in the moment of competition. They are won in the hours of preparation. The Olympic gold medal is earned long before the stadium lights ever turn on. The world only sees the victory. The world never sees the preparation. That is life. The spotlight will expose whether you trained or whether you wasted your time. When your moment of opportunity comes, you cannot fake readiness. The same is true in business and in careers. Opportunities are not evenly distributed. They flow toward people who are already in motion. Investors put money into founders who show discipline. Employers promote people who demonstrate growth and consistency. High-level partners trust those who deliver results over time. None of this happens by chance. It happens because daily effort builds a reputation that opens doors. So understand this. 1 hour a day is not just about self-improvement. It's not just about progress. It is also about sending a message to the world. A message that says, "I am serious. I am preparing. You can trust me with responsibility. You can count on me." Life is always watching. The world tests people quietly, without warning. It constantly asks, "Do you deserve this chance?" and your daily habits are the answer. While others wait and hope, you prepare and act. That is why opportunities seem to find the same people again and again. They are the ones who made themselves ready long before the opportunity arrived. The future version of yourself is being built right now through the choices you make today. And that 1 hour you dedicate every day, it becomes a gift your future self will thank you for. Right now, 1 hour may not seem like much. It feels small compared to the noise and chaos of the day. The distractions, the scrolling, the effortless entertainment, the endless conversations that lead nowhere. But when you look forward, 5 years from now, you begin to see clearly. You begin to see the gap. You begin to see the difference between a version of you who invested 1 hour every day and the version who wasted it. And that gap is enormous. Not because of one dramatic action, but because small, disciplined actions done daily compound into greatness. If you choose today to invest 1 hour in your health, 5 years from now you will have more energy, a stronger body, and a sharper mind. If you choose to invest an hour in reading, learning, and expanding your thinking, 5 years from now you will carry the wisdom of entire libraries inside you. If you choose to invest 1 hour in mastering a skill, writing, public speaking, coding, business, 5 years from now, people will call you an expert. But if you choose to waste that hour, scrolling, complaining, gossiping, doing nothing meaningful, then 5 years from now, you will still be in the same place, only with more regret. Time will pass anyway. The next 5 years are coming whether you prepare or not. The only question is, who will you become? But if you neglect that 1 hour, if you waste it day after day, you will meet your future self unprepared, frustrated, and searching for someone to blame. And the worst part is, you'll know exactly who to blame. There is something powerful, even sacred, about understanding that your future self depends on you. Too many people act as if their choices begin and end in the moment. But every choice is a seed planted in time. An hour spent learning plants the seed of wisdom. An hour spent exercising plants the seed of health. An hour spent building relationships plants the seed of connection. An hour spent practicing a skill plants the seed of mastery. These seeds do not sprout overnight. Growth is invisible before it becomes undeniable. But while most people quit because they cannot see instant results, the person who continues, quietly, consistently planning, will one day walk into a future full of opportunity, strength, and clarity. Meanwhile, the one who refuses to plan will walk into a barren tomorrow, filled with frustration, regret, and the painful words, "I wish I had started earlier." Discipline today becomes freedom tomorrow. That daily hour may feel like a sacrifice, especially when you compare yourself to others who are relaxing, scrolling endlessly, or wasting time. But 5 years from now, those same people will look at you with envy. You will have skills they don't have, health they don't have, confidence they don't have, options they don't have. What once looked like sacrifice was actually an investment, and good investments always grow. When you look back, you will never regret the time you spent building. You will only regret the time you wasted on things that did not matter. There's another powerful truth. Your future self is watching you. Every decision you make today either honors that future version or betrays it. Imagine meeting yourself 5 years from now. Would that version of you thank you for your discipline? Would they look you in the eyes with pride, grateful that you use 1 hour each day to build something meaningful? Or would they look at you with disappointment, knowing you wasted the gift of time? Every day, with every hour, you're already writing the story of that meeting. Each hour says one of two things. I am building you into someone powerful, or I am leaving you with nothing. For those who stay consistent, there's also a deep emotional reward waiting. 5 years from now, when you realize how much you've grown, how far you've come, and how different your life is because of the hours you invested, the pride you will feel will be unmatched. Success is not just about money or recognition. It is about looking in the mirror and knowing you kept your promise to yourself. That feeling, self-respect, fuels you. It strengthens your mind. It makes you unstoppable. And with every year that passes, your growth compounds. Small discipline becomes big momentum. The truth is simple. The next 5 years will pass no matter what you do. Time will not stop. Opportunities will not wait. The world will not slow down for you. The only thing you control is how you use each day, especially that one powerful hour. Use it well, and you'll become someone unshakable, grateful, proud, and strong. Waste it, and you'll remain stuck, frustrated, bitter, and full of regret. The difference is not luck. The difference is not talent. The difference is not opportunity. The difference is daily discipline. Your future is being shaped 1 hour at a time. Do you enjoy this motivational fire? Kindly give us a like and comment below on what you have learned from this motivation. Also, subscribe to our channel to encourage us to bring you more motivating videos. See you in the next video.